Hey everybody, Adam again. Those of you who just got done watching my knife video, I have got a Barbie, or no, Princess Band-Aid over my wound. So this is a video that I've wanted to make for a long time. Meaning a few days to a week ago. And I just hadn't had time to really sit down and digest some of this information. It's beer 30, in case anybody was wondering. Frost brewed Coors Light. It is lawnmower beer season. Anyway, and it is a response to Louisiana Pipe Guy, his favorite episodes of Andy Griffith. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I am a student of the Andy Griffith Show. I just got all these knives put away, and I had a bottle of oil. I oiled the joints on them. I don't know why. I put oil on things. Anyway, yeah, I'm a student of Andy Griffith. I love the Andy Griffith Show. I'm not ashamed of it. I've watched it ever since I was a little kid, and I don't understand you if you don't like that show. I mean, those people are real to me. It is just a good old-fashioned funny. I mean, I understand if you don't like, country humor or whatever, but sitcoms, but Don Knotts, his acting in that is unbelievable. His comedic timing, I really do think that, he's a little before my time, but I think he's underrated as an actor. Won't go into that. We're here to talk about favorite episodes, and my goodness, it is so difficult to choose. What are your favorite episodes? I went ahead and jotted down some notes, and everybody's favorite episodes are probably, they overlap so much. I know some of them that Louisiana Pipe Guy mentioned. The pickle story is probably my favorite because I love pickles, and I remember as a little kid, I just thought that was just the funniest thing. The pickle story is when Aunt B, she's going to make these homemade pickles, and they're terrible, and everybody knows they're terrible, but they eat them anyway. And it's an entire plot, pickle conspiracy. If you haven't seen it, I really feel sorry for you. Another one of my absolute favorites, and even as a kid, I like this one. These are in no order, by the way, is Andy Saves Gomer. So if you don't know this one, I'll give you the brief plot. I don't believe this was mentioned by Louisiana Pipe Guy. I know the pickle one was. I don't remember what happens, but Gomer has an opportunity to save Andy's life. I don't remember what it is. Andy being Andy Griffith, Sheriff Taylor. And no. Andy saves Gomer's life, and Gomer is forever indebted to Andy. I don't know if he kept him from walking out in front of traffic or what, but Gomer is just driving him crazy, wanting to perform all these deeds, painting his fence and all this kind of stuff to pay him back, to repay him, Finally, Andy stages it where he causes a gas leak in his in the jailhouse and pretends to be passed out like he's fixing it, when he knows Gomer's on his way, to give Gomer an opportunity to sort of square the debt. And it winds up backfiring, and the gas knocks Gomer out. Spoiler alert. So Andy has to rescue Gomer again. I swear, this stuff. So Andy Saves Gomer. That's a fantastic episode. Another one, a whole series of episodes that, boy, if I find one of these on, these particular episodes, I can't turn it off, and that's the Darlings and Ernest T. Bass. They almost go hand in hand, because Ernest T. Bass and the Darlings were always feuding. I don't know why, but the head Darling, I think his name was Briscoe Darling, maybe. God, was played by the guy who played Uncle Jesse in the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm trying to think of his name. Denver Pyle, maybe. Anyway, the Darling episodes are awesome because the whole family is plays bluegrass instruments. So you get bluegrass music like all the way through, the episode. I just think that's awesome. And the the characters, which one of the Darling brothers, was a pipe smoker, as a matter of fact. But they got one guy on the mandolin and guitars and all that stuff. But the episodes with the Darlings and especially Ernest T. Bass, he was just, I would just horse laugh at Ernest T. Bass throwing rocks through windows and saying his little funny rhymes and things like that. Next up, and I'm sorry if I blindsided everybody with a Andy Griffith video. If you don't like Andy Griffith, I've wasted 5 minutes, 6 minutes of your life. Let's see, what's next? The Pickles, the Darlings, Andy Saves Gomer. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go with Opie and the Carnival, and I believe Louisiana Pipe Guy mentioned this. This is the one where Opie's trying to win that electric razor, and he goes to a little shooting gallery at a carnival or a fair or something, and of course these guys are crooked and they've got bent sights, and Opie can't hit nothing, so he can't win. You hit the target 3 times, you win the prize or whatever. So Sheriff Taylor gets wind of this, and him and Helen go down there to set the record straight and make sure that Opie has a chance to win fair and square. He has a chance to win. In other words, don't give him the gun with the bent sights. Give him a honest opportunity to earn something. That's just not something you see much on TV anymore. And lastly, I just love this episode because this just is, it really is the peak of the absurdity that went on in Mayberry, and that's Barney and the choir. So they've got to sing they got to put on a singing presentation or what am I trying to say? They're going to sing some songs for their congregation there, spring performance, and they need somebody to sing a solo. Well, guess who volunteers but Barney and his terrible singing voice. So they trick Barney into thinking that they have bought this special microphone to where if he just opens his mouth, literally, this booming voice will come out because the microphone's so sensitive. Meanwhile, they've got a guy with a deep voice back in the back who is going to sort of, I guess you'd say, lip sync to Barney and actually sing the song. And the subtleties that are in that episode, what they have to go, the lengths that they go to ensure that A, it's a good performance, B, Barney's feelings aren't hurt. It's just brilliant. It's just TV brilliance. And honorable mention goes to the episodes with Rafe Hollister. This is really for the people that really do know a lot about Andy Griffith. I know some of you do and some of you don't, but if I say the name Rafe Hollister, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He was just this big kind of country bumpkin looking dude, and it turns out that I don't know if he was a really good actor or not, but he was really great in the show, and he also had a beautiful singing voice. So those episodes with Rafe Hollister in them are also some of my favorites, but they're sort of under the radar. But I tell you, going through this episode list, really, you get the whole spectrum of the different writers that write these plots. There was a couple of guys, I can't remember their names, that every now and then there was a swindler that came in to Mayberry. Either he was a guy posting as a government agent, who was going to rob the bank, or the guy they gave the key to the city who turned out to be a pickpocket and stole everybody's watches and wallets. There was always kind of a crook that was coming through. Well, that guy, he just sort of specialized in writing those episodes. And then there were others where they had it just seems like you can find kind of a pattern in the plots, like the curious stranger that was maybe a friendly person, like Buddy Ebsen started an episode. He was, I don't remember his name, but he played a hobo, and you really kind of saw, it was a good showcase, in my opinion, for Buddy Ebsen, because that would be Jed Clampett for all you playing at home. But it really was a quality acting job. And in my mind, you justify that by thinking, wow, he really is a hobo. and that really is. He's not an actor. It's a real thing, you know. So maybe Buddy Ebsen got a little bit typecast in the hobo mountain man Beverly Hillbilly type guy, but yeah, that was, you know, the writing on Andy Griffith. I really did enjoy. I really do enjoy catching the episodes when I can, and I'm definitely a student of the lore that is Mayberry. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope if you're new to the world of Andy Griffith that you're able to give it a try where you're at. And if not, that's okay too. We don't all have to like everything. So everybody, please continue to enjoy your Saturday. I am signing off. Have a good one.